You ain't black.
And you ain't black.
Oh, no.
Every poll shows me way ahead.
I'm curious, what are some of the stereotypes that you guys shed in this Baptist? I don't even. You know, but like, what were the red pill, the conversion, coming out as black conservative? Like, what were some of the biggest things that you realized you got wrong, and what were some that you realized you got right?
Mm-hmm. That I knew for me that I'm in control of my outcome. That was revolutionary for me to be able to say, hey, I'm in control of my life.
So you actually literally thought because of your race before that you were out of control of your life.
You got it. It was because you're taught this. Like you're literally, come on now.
Yeah, you're really taught this.
That
from childhood, from birth.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. And that's the idea, is that it's taught. It's 100% taught. It's the white man. Watch out for the white man. The white man's going to get you. He's going to hold you down. I mean, you look at movies like Undercover Brother.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
You know,
the Mayo.
That's awesome.
Which I love Mayo, so I guess I'm not black. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Well, you ain't black. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So I fit right in.
Thank you, Joe Biden. I approve this message.
Yes. Oh,
So
man.
stupid.
But that's really what it is for me. I really thought everyone was out to get me. I really thought every white man was out to get me, and I had to work twice as hard to be just as good. And it's unfair out there. And if you succeed, it was all because of your own tenacity and grit and will to succeed. If you fail, it's all the white man's fault. So there's no self accountability there. So when I finally looked at the situation, like, hey, I'm in control of my life.
Yeah.
It's nobody else. My failures are my own. My successes are my own. And as a result of my failures, I'm going to help build myself up because of them.
And that's when you started lifting weights.
Hey.
And taking
Okay, let me speak on that real quick. If there's any weightlifters out there, any bodybuilders, any
That
strong
wants to
men,
smoke.
Wait a minute.
If they want to smoke, come get it.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Arm wrestle,
He said
bench
it,
press,
not me.
whatever you want.
But if you're a weightlifter, bodybuilder, if you're in a gym and you understand the concept of getting gains, you want to lift, you want to get bigger, you understand that successes and failures are your own. You alone controls yourself when it comes to you getting the gains that you want or not getting the gains that you want. So whenever I hear a weightlifter talking about
Too tired.
They're too tired, or I know that they understand within themselves that they're not getting where they want to be because of them. And if they just need to translate that to their life and understand that this is the same thing in real life. That if you don't get where you want to be, it's because of you. Then if you can do that, get some self accountability and responsibility, you'll be all right.
When you talked about the victim mentality and moving away from that victim mentality, growing up teaching that, the white man's out to get you. And that as Black America, you're somehow less fortunate than others, which in some degree you are. But again, you're talking about the mind state.
Yeah.
When you think about, say, for instance, the white man out to get you, and that's something that's been taught, and without emotion. I mean, with emotion, without facts. But when we talk about facts, that's when it gets boring. Yeah. And I think the facts itself is the reason why that's the switch. Because, for instance, we're talking about systemic racism within the black community, within police officers. And that's a big topic right now. And that's that groupthink that we're talking about. But as I came to reading and researching on this topic, because whenever I want to speak, I don't want to just speak out of thin air. I want to know. You go over, how many blacks are killed. Okay, well, by a white officer, usually less than 1% of the time. White people in general, about 6-7%. Uh-oh, here it comes. Black on black crime. 94%.
Get them.
So do you see those? And then you talk about, okay, well, police encounters with the African American community. That's what, 50% of black males from the age of 16 to 35. We come up about 50% of the violent crimes.
Come on now.
Now, I know I might be the Uncle Tom pointing it out, but I ain't snitching on you. I'm trying to make a point. So I put these out, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, if you're 18 times more likely to be killed by a black man to a cop, but you're only less than 1% of a white cop killing a black man, this whole notion, the narrative, that groupthink that we keep talking about, it's destroyed. And that's what I mean by the switch that just pops off in your head, and you finally, I can't unsee that. I can't not unknow that information. I can't just go back to that victim mentality when I see those facts and information. And by mean, I'm not saying that, you know, just because we commit 50% of the crime, it's all our fault. No, we got the back seat for decades.
Yeah, we did.
And I don't blame you for doing what you have to do to survive, but you need to be aware of that. And that's what, you know, black conservatism is just being aware of these hidden shadow closets, opening them up and taking them head on.
You ain't black.
And you ain't black.
Oh, no.
Every poll shows me way ahead.